What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome back into JC's Pop Culture with me, JC, where you can see all kinds of pop culture content. And today we're going to be discussing 15 new reveals that we got courtesy of yesterday's head-to-head gameplay video. Our first look at gameplay up close and personal in EA Sports College Football 25. And we had a slew of things here. I've come up with a list of 15 different things that we hadn't had revealed to us previously that we got shown to us yesterday. So let's dive in here, starting right off with number one. And as you can see here, one of the things we got our first look at was the uniform select screen. As you can see here, obviously plenty of options compared to, previous games as well. You can obviously do the preset ones up top there with the home, away. I'm sure they have alternate option. You can change your helmet. You can change the jersey, the pants, the socks, and even the cleats as well. So that was our first look at the uniform selection screen. And then the next reveal we had was our first look at the pre-game menu options that we have here. When you go into play now, we go into play a game, you got your uniform set, you're readied up, then you're going to come to this screen. It's our first time getting to see this screen and all the different options that you have here. You can change the event type, which I'm guessing that means you could probably play, obviously exhibition as it is here. You can probably do different conference championship games. I know you could do national championship as an option there because Matt Brown talked about that when he got a chance to play the game a couple of months ago, that was one thing that he did was play a national championship matchup, so you can definitely do that. You can select the commentary team. We know they have two different teams. You have your broadcast team of Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Desmond Howard. And then I think the other team, of course, is the big game team, which you'll have is Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit. And you can choose either one of those in the pre-games. You can still do even teams. You're playing somebody a little bit less than you, something like that. Someone inexperienced at the game. You could always do that. Quarter length you can change. You can have the accelerated clock, the play clock remaining with the accelerated clock, of course. Pick what stadium you play in, pick what time, and, of course, pick the weather. All right, next up, I wanted to showcase this play because it kind of revealed something that we hadn't known previously, really, or I guess hadn't got a good glimpse of anyway. And it's something that I used a lot in NCAA football 14. You run the ball with the running back. You don't necessarily have to hit a juke move to make a sharp cut on 14. You could really use the left stick nice, make some cuts in and out. And I love that about that game. It's something that they haven't really replicated since, but it looks like, by judging by this run by Donovan Edwards, and Bordeaux would have one later with Nick Singleton when he was playing as Penn State that showcased this as well. But you're going to see the ability to move with some sharp cuts with the left stick. Watch Donovan Edwards on this run. I believe they show a couple of replays of it as well, but watch this left stick work. Boom, left stick back out. Quick cut in, quick cut out right there. No juke necessary, just a hard cut there with the left stick. Watch it again here. Boom, in, boom, back out. And that's beautiful to see because that's something that I love in NCAA football 14, and glad to see college football 25 kind of replicating that. And you got that left stick work back here. It's another reveal for us. All right, next up here, not necessarily reveal because you guys know I did a video about this previously. I'll put a card for that video right here if I can, but nonetheless, this is more of an explanation where they kind of broke it down for us with graphics involved. So I did want to talk about the new option pitch types. And of course, in addition to this, you'll see in my other video, they've changed the read option as well. It's been gone over ad nauseum at this point. You don't have to push A to hand off to the running back. If you push A, that's how you pull it with the quarterback. On a read option, you don't push anything, it will hand off to the running back. But we did get a good breakdown of the pitch types here. Let's see, you see Bordeaux running through with Texas running an option here, and they use that time to kind of preview some of the pitch types here. You see Will Sykes breaking it down, of course, with Scott O'Gallagher. But as they break down the pitch types, you're going to see 3 different pitch types in the option now: quick pitch, strong pitch, and then of course your fake pitch. All still using the left bumper or L1. Quick pitch, you just tap it, which you need to get the ball out in a hurry. It's going to be a little bit less accurate. You see, you kind of had to turn back for that one. But the strong pitch, you hold down the button, and it's a little bit longer of an animation, as you can see, for the quarterback, but it hits him right in stride. So ideally, you want to use that one, and this is going to be a weapon right there, the fake pitch. Look how much it fakes out the defense there, and Quinn Ewers able to cut upfield and get some good yardage off of that fake pitch there. All right, next thing I wanted to highlight here is something that they've talked about, but we hadn't really seen how it's going to function yet, and that is kind of the post-play management when it comes to no huddle, all of that. You see when a play ends, you can see it pop up here above the score bug. You can go with your clock management here. Square will be your turbo no huddle, the new no huddle they've instituted. Triangles, your traditional no huddle, or you could just push circle to huddle back up, like classic, and get into the huddle, call a play, not hurrying up to the line or anything like that. And also they've said previously that if you want to spike the football, you hit the turbo no huddle, and that will be an option there as well. All right, the next reveal here is we got a good look here at the defensive coverage adjustments you can do pre-play in the game. You see here they're highlighting the ability to do the coverage shells, which you can also do in the play calling menu. You don't necessarily have to do it as a pre-snap adjustment, but as far as pre-snap adjustments here on defense, we do know that you still have, the ability to give cushion, kind of back off your coverage or press coverage, and then you have the option to, show a cover 2 shell, show a cover 3 shell as they're highlighting here, and then as far as how you want to play those back safeties, that secondary over the top. Do you want to shade inside, shade outside, shade underneath? And then, of course, you can hit X, individual coverages, quick adjust with triangle. L1 is sticks. I'm guessing that means you want your defensive secondary to, play right there at the first down marker. Probably something good to use near the goal line, I would suggest as well. And then you can still show blitz also with the R1 button. We had that revealed to us as well. All right, next up here, something else that was revealed that we hadn't had previously in a college football game. As you see here at the play call screen, which it looks a little bit different where they were playing head to head. That's why they have the top half and the bottom half of the screen versus the picture-in-picture play call screen that you'll see when playing by yourself that they've talked about previously that highlights all the different panels and stuff. But here we have actually, play calls off both the top and bottom of the screen because they were playing, together on the same console in this head-to-head gameplay. But the thing I want to highlight here is right here. You see you can double tap to add/remove favorite plays, both on offense and defense. Obviously, this is something that's been in Madden previously, but making its debut in a college football game. So, you're in your playbook, you got a play you found that you ran and you liked, you can go ahead and favorite that, and then you'll probably have a tab here on the bottom where you can just go directly to your favorites and have some of your favorite plays right there lined up. So you have that ability to add favorite plays. That was revealed as well. And in addition to that, you can see right here, as I talked about with changing the cover shell pre-play, it was also revealed you don't have to do that necessarily pre-play. You don't have to rush to do that. You see right here, it says shell default, so you can change that even right here. Whatever play you're picking, you can show a cover 0 shell, a cover 2 shell, cover 3 shell, whatever. Maybe you're running an all-out blitz, but you want to show a cover 2 shell and have those guys come down from the back end. You could do that. Or maybe you're running actually cover 2 and you want to look like you're running cover 0. You can do that here in the pre-play adjustments as well. That was revealed. And then, of course, you may have seen this in the thumbnail for this video, but we also got our first look at the in-game pause menu here revealed to us during yesterday's gameplay video. As you can see here, the options, a lot of them, similar, but some new additions. You got, the ability to resume the game, of course, your instant replay, your ability to call timeout, which, of course, you can do on the field as well. You can view highlights. That's an interesting touch there. I like that. The ability to challenge the play. You can look at stats as always, but also abilities. That's nice. So you're in game. You want to know not only what abilities the guys on your team have, but also maybe the abilities that your opponent has that you're facing as well. You can check that out in the abilities. And then, of course, the celebrations, more on that momentarily. You have your coaching tab, game controls, options, the ability to restart, and the ability to exit to the main menu. And it's also nice, I think, a new addition here to the pause menu is the kind of little scoreboard graphic there that's in the pause menu that shows you, pretty much everything you need to know. The current game score. It's got it broken down by quarters, shows you how many timeouts everyone has, shows you the down and distance, the time on the play clock, the yard line you're on, all of that stuff, even who has the ball shown here in the pause menu that was revealed to us yesterday. And of course, as I said, we did have the celebrations list kind of revealed to us. There is a ton of touchdown celebrations, but you also have interception celebrations and first down celebrations. We get a good look at the list here from yesterday's gameplay blog. I'll let it roll through here so you guys can see them kind of scroll down through this, and you can see some really cool ones, strike a pose, which I believe is the Heisman little baby on his head, put him to sleep, rocking the baby. You got the first down ones there and the, of course, interceptions ones as well. All right, so coming up right here, another reveal I know people have been asking about because it's a feature that people did not like in Madden. In Madden, you go no huddle. It just automatically jumps the clock ahead, kind of teleports you there. Everyone's automatically at the line, and people did not really like that, myself included. I love seeing, the players hustle back to the line and everything. And, of course, it was revealed in this gameplay footage. We will get that in College Football 25. You can see here Bordeaux going no huddle, and you see the team rushing back to the line there to get the snap off, which is pretty awesome to see. You get to see that actual run up to the line when you're in no huddle. All right, then you're going to see here Bordeaux is utilizing that turbo no huddle, the new no huddle for this game that I was talking about previously. You hit square after the play, X if you're on the Xbox console, and you're going to have kind of an even faster no huddle than you typically do have. And this is where you get your spike ball and stuff, as you can see right here on the left side of the screen. These are kind of the options that you'll have. You can hit the L1 for the fake spike, R1 for the spike ball, and you have a couple other quick options there, a stick play and an inside zone play, or you can hit R2, which is turbo play, which I'm pretty much expecting that means you're kind of running the same play that you just ran, but you're getting it off so fast that you're trying to catch the defense off guard. Me, someone that's always liked to run no huddle, is certainly going to utilize this turbo tempo some in games, and I think it's a nice addition for this game. Obviously, you have limited play call options than what you have when you run traditional no huddle, but the kind of switch off there is that you got a chance to catch the defense off guard, get a play off quick here. So I like this turbo no huddle, and this was kind of our first look at it. And not only on the offensive side, but the defense as well has 4 play calls they can try and hit really quickly as well with their turbo menu up there on that side also. So nice to see that here, the turbo utilized a little bit, and I'll kind of run through the play here so you can see. Watch Bordeaux get up to the line quickly here. The defense not fully set yet, and he snaps the ball and gets a quick completion off of it. All right, another thing that was revealed to us here, I believe we're at number 13 of our 15 now, getting close to winding out this list, but some pretty cool reveals that were shown. Here we get a look at the post-game kind of celebrations and some of the graphics that you'll see. Obviously, you see Michigan celebrating the win. You see the scoreboard graphic coming up on the screen there. There's the quarterback celebrating with some of his offensive players. And then, of course, here you get the player of the game screen sponsored by Discover. So it seems like we have Allstate as a sponsor for this game, Discover as well. It's going to be the Discover player of the game. You get a pretty cool graphic showing, kind of their standout statistics from the game. Donovan Edwards dominated here in this first matchup, 14 carries, 160 yards, and 3 tutties. And of course, you get the picture of Donovan Edwards there as well. So that's kind of what you can expect to see post-game here after a win in college football 25. All right, next up, penultimate thing that was revealed to us yesterday here, 14 out of 15, is kind of these player comparison graphics you'll get pre-game, heading into games. And, Bordeaux kind of showed a little bit in his video as well, as he showed some of the raw footage from the game. If you haven't checked that out, go check that out on his YouTube channel. But, even leading up to the game, they kind of show, players to watch and have one for each team here. In this game, they were doing a running back comparison because you have 2 talented running backs, 2 90-plus overall running backs, and Nicholas Singleton, and, of course, Donovan Edwards. And we get to our first look at some of their ratings in the game, perhaps. We do know this was a work-in-progress build, so could not be exactly this when we get our roster reveal this coming Wednesday. But, you do got 91 overall for both these guys, 92 speed for Edwards, 94 for Nicholas Singleton, and you see Donovan Edwards with the 94 ball carrier vision as well. So, good ratings for both these running backs, but I think it's a pretty cool graphic you see here kind of in the lead up to the game. You're going to get to see, players to watch, and if you have 2 really good players at the same position, you'll probably get a good comparison like this. But it seems like they have a ton of cool graphics leading into games, even throughout games during them, that you'll see pop up as well. And kind of the 15th thing, the last thing that I'm going to talk about here that was revealed to us yesterday, something I think people have been asking about because we hadn't really seen weather in the game. They talked about the dynamic crowds, how they would dress differently with the weather and stuff like that, but we hadn't really seen how does it look on the field. And here we get our first look at it. They briefly flashed this during the head-to-head gameplay. You see on the snow-covered field, but they do have, the lines kind of plowed out to where you can see the field lines on the field, much like they would have in real life. So that was kind of our first look at what snow is going to look like in EA Sports College Football 25 to round out our reveal of 15 new things that we learned from yesterday's head-to-head gameplay video between Bordeaux and Donovan Edwards. So there you have it, 15 new reveals that we got from yesterday's head-to-head gameplay video. Ton of new information coming out about this game throughout this week, and I'm going to continue to report on it here on JC's Pop Culture. So if you're a fan of this video game, be sure to subscribe here, not only for the news of the lead-up, as we're less than a week away now from the early release for this game, but I'm also going to, of course, have gameplay content here once the game comes out. So if you're a fan of College Football 25, be sure to hop along for the ride here by hitting that subscribe button. If you made it this far in the video, hit the thumbs up button before you head out. Really helps a shit ton with that YouTube algorithm. And leave your thoughts in the comments on any of the things that we've shared here today or anything else that you picked up on in the head-to-head gameplay video that I might have missed. Having said that, I really appreciate you tuning in this video, and I will catch you on the next one.